In this video, we're going to be talking about how your health and your wealth are completely correlated. And when you figure out how, you can totally conquer your biggest financial and fitness goals. So stay tuned. Inspire the best version of yourself with tips and skills you can implement right away. Look, it's a mind, body, and soul connection, and we all know that when we feel better, we do better. Your future starts now. Hey guys, this is Michelle Rohde, your local financial advisor and wealth coach, and this is Design a Life You Love. Today I want to explain to y'all how your health and your wealth are related. So to do that, I'd like you to think about somebody you know who is the epitome of health and fitness. Somebody who's really in shape, really on point with their fitness. So who is that? Who comes to mind? And why do you think they're this way? Well, I'm willing to bet that the people you're thinking of that are totally fit, on point with their nutrition, are fitting this description in your mind because they're committed to that goal. They have discipline, they have habits in place. And now go ahead and switch gears and think about somebody who is very wealthy, somebody who really hustles every day in business, always out there meeting with people. Who comes to mind? Think of a couple people. What makes them this way? Are they crazy committed to their goals of success? Probably so. Do they have habits that they repeat every day? Probably so. It's the exact same mindset that these two different people share is what I want you to recognize. So the super fit person and the super successful person in business, they both share commitment. They both share passion and daily habits. And I'd like to share a little bit about my personal situation. So I've really struggled even personally with my weight, my fitness, my nutrition habits over the years. And I've literally probably tried every exercise out there, every diet, fad diet, healthy diet, just all the combinations of things. I've tried it. And I think the thing that I've always struggled with the most, and I think a lot of women can relate to this probably especially, is emotional eating, binge eating. You get stressed out and you eat a lot until you feel better, to kind of fill that void, and you're using food to make you happy, to get that emotion that you're craving instead, and to get rid of the stressful emotion that you're feeling. Or maybe you just eat out of boredom or out of habit, or because that's part of your social life or your family tradition. So I understand that. I've struggled with that myself. And believe me, it's not for a lack of trying. It's not because I've been lazy, or if you've struggled with that too. I know you're not lazy if you haven't accomplished your fitness or your health or your nutrition goals. I know a lot of people out there are trying really hard, trying a lot of different things, but why are you not succeeding? Why are you not having the goals that really fit person has that came to your mind earlier? So I want to speak to that today and help you gain more success in that area if that's a place you struggle with, or vice versa. Maybe you've got your fitness, your nutrition on point, but maybe you're struggling financially. Maybe you have a lot of debt. Maybe you aren't saving as much as you want to yet. Maybe you're not meeting all your financial goals, like saving for your child's college education. Maybe you don't know if you're saving enough for retirement so that you don't have to live off of just Social Security, if it's even there when you get to retirement. Maybe you're sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck and then having a really boring, dull existence. So no matter which area you're struggling in, I know it's not because you're being lazy. I know it's not because you're trying hard to figure it out. You're working hard every day, putting in the effort. But how do you have that level of success where you feel like you're succeeding and you've actually accomplished the goal that you have in mind and not just trying over and over again. So that's what I'm speaking to today. And I've learned just through my own personal journey what it takes to have that in certain areas. So I had not experienced that on the fitness or the nutrition side, but I was experiencing it and still experience it on the financial side. So that's always been my wheelhouse. That's always something that's come naturally to me. Year after year, I'm able to significantly increase my income, significantly serve a new number of people, grow my business, meet my financial goals, build several dream houses, have all the material things I want, all the financial success, have a business that I love. That's been easy for me. The fitness, the nutrition, not so much. So what's the difference? I really took a look at this last year, and then also with different professionals that I follow, different mentors that I have. I think I've learned what that difference is and how you can obtain that. So that's what I want to share today. Coincidentally, also, what helped me to figure this out about the same time, right prior to this, our daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy and cerebral palsy. So as you can imagine, that was pretty traumatic, witnessing her seizures, having to deal with the trauma of almost losing her, of almost, or coming to terms with the fact that she's not going to have the type of life that we were dreaming of for her, that our life was going to be a little different than we imagined, and kind of grieving that, to be honest. As you can imagine, in all of that, what did I do? I emotionally ate more. I was stressed out, and so I turned to food, and I gained even more weight. And I was still trying my hardest, though, to exercise and eat right, but I failed a lot. Then, some time went on, maybe about a year, and our daughter got older, turned 2, got a little heavier, of course, and she still was not walking. So we were having to carry her a lot more than most parents have to carry their toddlers because she could not walk yet. She actually didn't start walking until a few weeks before her 3rd birthday, so we've been carrying her a lot longer than most parents carry their children. What started to happen is my husband got a really bad hernia, and I started to get a hernia. So it was in that moment that I realized there's no turning back. There's no other choice to make here. I have to be the best version of myself for her. I have to be physically fit. I have to be a stronger person physically just to carry my daughter. This is not going to cut it. This flabby person with no energy. So it was at that moment that I realized that I did not want to have any other choice. There was no other option for me, is when my fitness went to the next level. It's when I finally figured out that almost no matter what diet or exercise program I picked, that was almost irrelevant. It was the commitment. It was the daily habit. It was that driving force, that passion underneath, that real reason that was getting me up every day to do my workouts that made the difference. And then that's when it clicked. After I started seeing results day after day, just hitting it. Some days I would lose weight. Some days I would look more toned in the mirror. Some days I would have more energy, and some days I wouldn't. But guess what? This time when I didn't have energy, this time when I gained weight in the morning, I didn't give up. I didn't beat myself up. I didn't quit that program and start another one. I stuck to it because I had to. I had no other choice. So that's when I started to see the results, is when I pushed past further than I ever had before. And that is why I've been successful on the financial side, because I had that burning underlying desire to have a good financial situation, to be wealthy. I wanted success. I was not taking no for an answer on that side of my life. And now on the fitness side of my life, I was not taking no for an answer. So I started to see the same results that I was seeing on the finance side because I was committed. I stuck to my habits, whether I was seeing success or not. I found another way to get up in the morning, just kept adjusting things, but not giving up this time. It doesn't mean that I didn't, have moments where I was cheating on my diet or not working out here and there, but I definitely stuck to it a lot more than I ever had. And that's why I was seeing results over time, was because of the commitment level. And basically, what I've learned is that the people that came to your mind earlier who have the fitness goals that you would like to achieve yourself, the people that have the wealth goals, the net worth goals, the business goals that you would like to also achieve yourself, what do they have in common? They are committed. They have daily habits. They're not giving up, not as often as you would if you didn't have the underlying burning passion to succeed at what you really want. So I think that's the key. I think you need to dig down a little deeper and find the real reason, the passion, the part that is going to light you up and fuel you through those goals that you want. If your passion's not there, if you haven't dug down and found the real reason you want to achieve those goals, it's not going to be enough to power you through, to stay committed, to have those habits, and to not give up, to not say no to yourself, to break your own promises. What you have to do, honestly, is burn the bridges. So what do I mean by that? You've literally got to be able to say, there's no turning back. I'm not going back that way. I can only move forward. I can only keep trying. If this way doesn't work, I'm finding another option. I'm not taking no for an answer. That's the level of commitment, crazy level of commitment, the super intense passion that you have to have if you want to achieve your goals, whatever they may be: relationship, career, business, income, fitness. It doesn't matter. You have to find that level of passion to take yourself to the next level. And so I hope that helps you guys, to kind of assess your situation. If you're struggling, I totally get it. But maybe, take some time to yourself to dig a little deeper in those areas you're struggling with and find your heart's desire on it. Do a little bit of journaling and think about why you want these things. And, the saying is very cliched, but a lot of cliches are, I think, some of the best sayings for good reason. But here's one for you. All good things come to those who wait. And so the same is true for your fitness goals or your financial goals. Why did I fail before? Because I could always escape. I had a bridge to turn back and run down. I didn't stay committed for the long term, and I didn't have a healthy amount of pressure. Now I do. I have the pressure of knowing that I need to be stronger for my daughter. So find a little bit of pressure for yourself too. Maybe set a deadline. For example, I have a dance competition coming up. That's a healthy amount of pressure. So something like that. You can't burn the bridge. You can't turn around from that. You've got something coming up, an event, a deadline. Plan a vacation for yourself if fitness is your goal, where you have to show up in your bathing suit. So something like that would really help a lot with the pressure aspect that you might need to fuel you through, to keep you committed to those daily habits that you need to have. And I see this all the time too in my business personally as a financial advisor, people failing at the wealth side of things, at the paying off the debt and the accumulating money. People come in with the best intentions. They realize they need to change their situation. It's bugging them. What do they need to do? They know they need to save money. But it's rare for me to find somebody who puts their money where their mouth is when the going gets tough in my business. Okay, and I am sure all the personal trainers out there feel the same way with their clients. You have, the 80-20 rule. You have your top 20% of clients who are doing the best, seeing the most results. And you start to realize what sets them apart is what I've been saying all along. They've got the passion, the drive, the commitment, the habits, and a healthy amount of pressure in their life. And the same is true when people are investing money or trying to pay off their debt. When the going gets tough, when the stock market starts to fail, or it's staying down or volatile a little longer than they're comfortable with, they jump ship. They give up on their dreams, or they actually have forgotten what their long-term dreams are and they're just focusing on the present. The same is true with food and fitness. You have a bad day. Somebody says something or does something to you, or you experience a stressful situation, so you turn to food, you overeat. Oh no, you've ruined your diet. So since I've ruined my diet, I'm gonna eat even more crap, okay? Diet over, I'm gonna start, really screwing up now because, I already screwed up. Same goes with fitness. Maybe you have an injury, takes you out, or maybe you're not getting the results you want from your exercise program, so you stop that. But if you would have just hung on, if you would have pushed past that just a little bit longer, that's what makes the difference. That's where your miracle is. Everybody gives up when the going gets tough, and the people who push past that are the ones that see success. So I hope that helps you guys. Know that, you don't have to be super smart. You don't have to have super great genes or have a silver spoon. You can start from wherever you are today with whatever you know, with whatever characteristics you have, and you can take yourself to the next level if you dig down deep and you find your why, and then you just stay committed no matter what happens. You keep pushing through. You may not see that victory for a long time, but you keep on walking that walk, and I promise if you do that, you will see the results you want. So I hope that helps you guys, and if you have any questions for me or if there's anything else I can share with you guys, please let me know. But have a great week, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.